for 3 more?
Always. What you playing? I had an idea. Well, a song idea, but also an idea.
Let's hear it.
Yes, please.
In the first video I ever made on this channel, I discussed how characters require 2 things, want and need. The relationship between the two is important for creating a vibrant character with a clear arc. I also mentioned how a character's need signifies the theme of the story. Here's a quick overview. Characters have to want something. This is what propels them to take risks and further the plot. Characters also need something though. You don't have to explicitly state the need, but it's always there in the background. For example, Luke wants a life of adventure in Star Wars, but he needs the Force to destroy an evil empire that stands in the way of his freedom. In Star Wars, the theme of Luke's arc is that sometimes you have to put faith in something greater than yourself to create real change. You can see this from how he uses the Force to destroy the Death Star, or the faith that he puts into the rebellion that he's joined. The themes in Star Wars aren't super noticeable, and that's not a bad thing. Having the theme beaten over your head can feel like the author is talking down to you. That's why the want and need paradigm is so useful. It can hide the theme in subtle ways so it doesn't feel like you're screaming it at your audience. If you've taken an English or writing class, you've definitely heard that characters need a flaw. They need some kind of internal struggle for the story to explore, and that flaw is directly related to their need. Their need is how they will overcome their fatal flaw so they can eventually get what they want. Bilbo is a coward. He's afraid to leave home, but he has discontent. He wants to leave, so he needs to overcome his fear. Choosing your character's fatal flaw will manifest the theme for the story. Even if you aren't actively trying to explore a theme, it will be there. How the character deals with their internal flaws can act as a statement on the nature of those flaws. Bilbo overcomes his fear by going on his adventure. The implied statement here is we have to overcome fear to live an exciting life. But what if Bilbo didn't get what he wanted? What if the want and need of the story were the same, but Bilbo died a tragic death, regretting ever leaving the Shire? The implied statement would transform into our fears protect us from the evils of the outside world. Obviously, that's a less hopeful statement, but sometimes that's how stories end. Sometimes the theme is a warning to the audience. The flaw you choose decides the theme, but your plot will decide what you have to say about it. Not all writers actively work with theme, but the writers of Steven Universe definitely did. There is a singular theme that extends throughout the entire series, but it rarely feels like it's being explicitly stated. That's because the series expertly uses the want and need paradigm over and over again to drive the theme home. Almost every single character arc explores self-worth and individuality. No matter what the character wants, their fatal flaw is always that they don't believe in themselves, and they need to have confidence to get what they want. It's almost like every single character in the show needs Mr. Rogers to swoop down and tell them,
"It's you I like."
The series achieves this by making every character have a unique challenge that still evokes the need. Since every arc is unique and tackles different aspects of self-worth, it doesn't feel like that's what the show is about. The subtlety of the want and need system makes the show feel fresh, episode after episode, while always exploring the same theme. Like I said, every character in the show kind of explores this theme, but I can only cover so many in one episode, so let's explore some of the main cast: Pearl, Amethyst, and Steven. Spoiler warning, for the rest of the video we're going to be talking about the plot of Steven Universe, so... Each member of the main cast has multiple character arcs throughout the story, and Pearl is no exception. But I'm going to focus on a smaller one for time's sake. Specifically, let's look at the episode Last One Out of Beach City. Some quick context. Pearl plays a pseudo-mom character to Steven and is known for being super particular and kinda stuffy. In this episode though, Pearl wants to be adventurous. She wants to go with Steven and Amethyst to a rock show. She wants to talk to the mysterious pink-haired woman. This fuels the plot of the episode as hijinks ensue on their way to the concert. What Pearl really needs in this episode is to be herself. Her flaw is thinking that she has to change to go on an adventure. The obstacle is manifested when Pearl runs a red light, something a repressed nerd like Pearl would never do. She flees from the cops and runs out of gas to no avail and sheds the facade she's been putting on. Then it turns out the house show was within walking distance. Pearl speaks to the pink-haired woman the way she normally would and gets her number. Trying to be someone else wouldn't get her what she wanted. Pearl couldn't succeed throughout the episode until she embraced who she really was. This sends the thematic message that we'll see throughout the entire series. Real power comes from individuality. Now let's look at Amethyst, but some backstory first. A long time ago, aliens invaded Earth and almost sucked it dry of resources by growing new aliens, which is where Amethyst comes from. Amethyst feels immense guilt about her origins. She feels responsible for the damage that was done to Earth and the gems that died in the war that followed. We can see this all come to a head in the episode On the Run. Amethyst runs away with Steven. She wants to leave her past behind because it makes her hate herself. But Steven and Amethyst find themselves back at the kindergarten where Amethyst was made. Pearl shows up looking for them and calls the place a dangerous mistake from the past. Amethyst is forced to face how she truly feels about her origins. She wants to run away from who she is, but she needs to be told that she wasn't a mistake, and that she isn't a reflection of the evil things that made her. After a short fight, Pearl talks to Amethyst and reassures her that she never saw Amethyst as part of the kindergarten. Amethyst's fatal flaw was thinking that her origins defined who she was, but her heart-to-heart with Pearl gave her what she needed. Confirmation that Amethyst isn't her past. Amethyst is Amethyst. Finally, let's look at Steven, the show's main character. Steven's arc is about coming to terms with his magical destiny. His mom was a super important character, but she gave up her physical form to make Steven. This means everyone kind of sees Steven as being his mom, and Steven feels that way. He struggles to be his own person. Is it his job to clean up his mother's mess? Is he literally his mom? Steven struggles to be an individual when he lives in the shadow of his mother. Steven wants to help people. He spends the entire series helping people. But before he can save everyone, he needs to realize that he's his own person and how to accept that person. This comes to a head during the series finale when Steven's gem, the part of him that is his mom, gets torn out of him. The gem reforms to be Steven and almost immediately reconnects with his human body. This is important because it shows that Steven's not his mom. He's Steven. His fatal flaw is thinking that he has to fulfill the role his mother played, but his mom couldn't liberate all of gemkind. Being unashamed to be himself is what gives Steven the power to change White Diamond's mind and free all the gems from living in an authoritarian empire. The implied message again is, real power comes from embracing individuality. Amethyst needs to learn her self-worth despite her origins. Pearl needs to learn how to be herself despite fears she's nothing without her lost love. Steven needs to learn self-worth despite his mom. I could go down the list of other characters too. Lapis needs to learn self-worth despite her past trauma. Peridot needs to learn self-worth despite being the weakest of the crystal gems. And Connie needs to learn self-worth despite being just a human. Not only do the individual character arcs of the series all evoke this theme of individuality and self-worth, so does the overarching plot of the entire series. The central plot of the series follows the crystal gems. They want to save the Earth from a tyrannical race of aliens led by the Diamond Authority. Under Diamond rules, every gem has a specific purpose, and they can only do that. There's no room for individuality. But once the crystal gems defeat the Diamond Authority, they don't have to be what they were told anymore. They're free to explore their individuality. Steven Universe is a kids show, and kids shows are often full of moral lessons. The creators take a very firm stance on how they feel about individuality and self-worth throughout the series. The characters never get what they want until they learn the importance of believing in themselves. The implied statement here is that believing in yourself and embracing individuality is where true strength comes from.
We can be strong in the real way.
Now, themes don't have to be as omnipresent in your story as they are in Steven Universe. You can hit more than one theme, but Steven Universe is just a great example of showing how you can explore different perspectives of a theme through the power of want and need. Taking multiple perspectives to tackle the same topic gives your theme more room to explore all the different facets. Human emotion is complex, so exploring it from different angles can be more satisfying for your reader and you. Why explore a theme if it's not important to you? At the end of the day, you write because you want to. Whether you're a pantser who discovers the theme along the way through a series of happy accidents, or you're a plotter who meticulously plans your story around a central theme, the key to exploring theme is through the arcs that your characters take. Thanks for watching.
I don't need you to love me, I love me. But I want you to know you could know me if you change your mind. If you change your mind. If you change your mind. Change your mind.
Wow, really touching stuff. Did you know that this video was brought to you by Campfire Blaze? It's not actually out yet if you're watching when this video is released, but it is in its closed beta. And I got a secret for you. You can be part of that closed beta too. All you gotta do is find the code I hid in this video. I put it in like 5 or 6 places. Just go and find that code, put it into the link in the description, and you can join Campfire Blaze's closed beta for free. Hey, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions or a suggestion for a video topic. Follow us on social media and join the discussion on Discord. Links to all of that down below. This video was written by me, Levi Johnson. Our editor is Parker Brown, and our executive producer is Jackson Dickert. Thanks again for watching. You're the best. Stay fresh.